After a funding round closes, what information must you share with your investors? This is called information rights, and they essentially define what data investors can access and how often, creating transparency without micromanagement. Hi, I'm Preksha from Campus Fund, and today we're covering information rights and reporting obligations in investment agreements. This is a part of our larger series where we share information about all the legal jargon that you see in term sheets and investor documents. So let's dive in. First of all, there are three types of standard information rights, right? First is on the financial side, another is more on the operational side, and third is on the strategic side. So, when it comes to financial reporting, things like your monthly unaudited P&L, balance sheet, cash flow, usually within a few days of the month closing, maybe your quarterly reports on, with KPI dashboards, your annual audited financial statements as well, your annual operating budgets for, board approval, those kind of things. Very clean and clear financial data. Then you have operational updates as well. So this is where you have, you share any product updates that you might have, any key hires, especially in the senior leadership team that you might have done, any material consumer contracts or partnerships, any regulatory or compliance issues that you might have faced as well. And then we have strategic information, right? This is more for the board. So these are things like board meeting materials, which you typically share a few days before the board meeting. Then there are cap table updates after any changes, any material litigations or disputes that you might have, and also, major pivots or changes in the business model that you have. Now, why do all of these information rights exist, right? These essentially exist for two sort of things. One is that, of course, your investors need to track their portfolio performance so that they can show it to their own LPs. It's also because they need to do valuation markups and markdowns in investor portfolios as well. The other and equally important thing is that it becomes a way for people outside of the system also to detect any early warning systems or challenges. It also makes for a great foundation for meaningful board meeting discussions as well, right? Of course, any information that you share with your investors is fully confidential, and they don't share it with your competitors or externally or commercially anywhere. You can be rest assured about that. When it comes to best practices for negotiating which kind of terms you should have in information rights and reporting obligations, you should honestly set up systems very early on, so that you're not scrambling monthly. So maybe like some of our portfolio companies, they have systems in place where their different departments send out updates to their CEO, whoever, by the third or fourth of the month, and we get a consolidated update by the fifth of that month. You should also maybe have more investor friendly formats, right? Because you as a founder might be tracking a lot of metrics which might not be that relevant for the investors. So like you could have a standardized dashboard or template that you update month on month, quarter on quarter, etc. um, Also, honestly, you should be very transparent about your challenges, not just wins, because your investor has invested money in you. They can open up a lot of doors for you. They can open up a lot of roadblocks that you might be facing. So if you're more transparent about those challenges, they can get solved. And honestly, last is, you should, like, one good benefit of having these information rights is that you can give out all the updates from your end in one go every month, so that there are no constant requests from your investors. Okay, how much was your revenue last month, how many active users do you have in the last quarter? From these updates they'll be able to check it all for themselves. So yeah, think about it in that light. And honestly, when you think about information rights, don't think of them as surveillance or micromanagement. They're just accountability, right? Regular structured reporting builds investor confidence, and it unlocks a lot of additional support for you that you might not have realized. So it's almost like a discipline, and it goes not just from when your company is in early stages, but even when you go big and you become public, these kind of obligations and having a discipline about this always helps out. So yeah, that's about it. If you have any questions, you can always put them in the comments and we'll be happy to answer them. And stay tuned, because next week we'll be back again with another video to demystify legal jargon for you. Thank you so much for watching.